California. Todd and I have invited some couples over tonight for a cocktail party. And when it comes to cocktail parties, I believe in keeping it simple. All right, you guys, let's have something to eat. A few creative appetizers and one special drink is all you need. So here's my menu. Cheese stuffed dates with prosciutto. You can't go wrong with sweet dates and salty prosciutto. Add some gooey cheese and you have a definite crowd pleaser. Crispy zucchini and potato pancakes. Potato pancakes get the gourmet treatment and the rosemary adds an earthy flavor. Spiced cocktail nuts. If you like nuts, you'll love these. A unique blend of spices gives these a major kick. And finally, my blueberry limoncello cooler, the star of the show. This impressive cocktail really hits the spot. One sunny and delicious cocktail, some tasty finger foods, and you're good to go. Okay, I'm ready to start on my spiced cocktail nuts. And I need to start with them first because they're gonna cook low and slow. 250 for about 45 minutes, so I want to take the time to make them just right. So I want to start with 2 egg whites because the whites are gonna create this nice, light, airy crust on the nuts. We're gonna whip it up till they're nice and frothy and then add a bunch of spices and the nuts. Need a little muscle to break the egg whites and incorporate air into them. Okay, I take the nuts and I start adding them. So I have 2 cups of roasted salted almonds, about half of this. And I like these kind of almonds. I like the roasted and salted almonds and cashews as well, just because they're really easy to find and they give you that kind of smoky, salty flavor. So about half of these too. So 2 cups of the almonds and 2 cups of the cashews, and then 2 cups of regular whole walnuts. And we mix them all up. All that air in the egg whites just creates this really fun little crunch. It's kind of more like a brittle and you want to break it up. And I swear, if you like nuts, you are going to be addicted to these nuts. Perfect, so now we're going to spice them up. I've got some great spices I'm going to add to the nuts. So we're going to add some curry powder and some cumin, some cardamom, some cinnamon, cayenne, and garlic salt. So we're going to start with the curry powder. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of curry powder. The curry powder gives the nuts a really pretty, like, yellow tint to them. So it's really nice. And 1 tablespoon of cumin. Kind of spicy, kind of warm. And there's cumin in curry powder, so it really works well together. Then, I'm not even going to measure the cardamom. Again, warmth and sweetness. And then some cinnamon right on there. And for a little real kick, a real spiciness, some cayenne pepper. You can add as much or as little cayenne pepper as you like. And a little garlic salt. A little bit of salt, a little bit of that garlic. It's perfect for something like this. Then we're gonna add 3/4 of a cup regular granulated sugar for that sweetness, that sweet bite. Yeah, I love sugar. And I love the combination of sweet and spicy. So you kind of get like a little bit of a sugary crust. And it's nice because Todd and I are gonna have some friends over, and what I like to do is go out to dinner because there's a great little restaurant by our house. But it's really nice to have people over first and have a drink and a few hors d'oeuvres. So everything's really flavorful, but kind of easy and light. Okay, so now that that's done, and you can kind of see they start to turn slightly yellow. Looks really pretty. We'll grab our baking sheet, and let's grab some vegetable spray. A little bit of vegetable spray because that way the nuts don't stick to the pan. With all the egg and the spices, I want them to kind of come off easily. That way I can break them up. And then just take the nuts and put them on the board, just like that. And then take the spatula and just kind of spread them out. You want a nice even layer. So we're gonna bake them at 250 degrees, so really low, for 45 minutes. So for a while. It's gonna smell so good from all the spices. And then up next, I'm gonna make my little spin and my little version of potato pancakes. It's gonna be really good. All it takes are a few simple ingredients to turn ordinary potato pancakes into glamorous appetizers. Now that the spiced nuts are in the oven, I'm ready to get started on my crispy zucchini and potato pancakes. What makes them so yummy and different is that I add zucchini to the potato. So I lessen the amount of potato that I'm going to use and add the zucchini instead, just to make them lighter and crispier. And I'm just finished peeling 2 pounds of potatoes. And what I like to do is I'll just cut them in half, and then the food processor will do all of the shredding for us. And here we go. So now that we've got the potato in there, I'm also going to add the zucchini now. So cut the zucchini in half as well, and do exactly the same thing. Great. Okay, so now that we're done grating all of the zucchini and the potato, I'll show you what I like to do. You just take all the filling and we just kind of put it right in a bowl that's lined with a clean kitchen towel, because we got a little work to do. So we gotta pull up our sleeves, wrap the kitchen towel around the potato and the zucchini, and start squeezing the potato and zucchini. Because all the extra moisture and water kind of makes for soggy potato pancakes, so you want to be light and crispy. So you just kind of squeeze it and get all of that water out. Great, so we got all the water out. Now, switch bowls. And just put it in the bowl. There we go. Wipe your hands, and now it's time for all the flavorings. So what we're gonna do is add 2 egg whites. And again, we're doing the egg whites because we want this to be nice and light, especially since we're gonna go out to dinner after this. So 2 egg whites. Just a few really yummy hors d'oeuvres to get the party started. All right, so the egg whites are in. So we need a little salt to flavor it, and some pepper. And we're gonna use store-bought seasoned breadcrumbs, just for extra flavor. The breadcrumbs basically will bind the potato pancakes together. Just give this a quick little stir, and we have a couple more things we're gonna add to this. There we are. So, let's grab some garlic. We need 3 cloves of garlic, really flavor up the potato pancakes. I like them kind of garlicky. I admit, when it comes to potato pancakes, I like the garlic. So 3 cloves of garlic, and we'll also add some rosemary too. When it's fresh, you can tell because the heads on the garlic cloves are very, very tight, and it's sticky. The garlic tends to be a little sticky, which just means it's gonna be potent and give the potato pancakes lots of flavor. So I just like to chop them pretty fine, that way nobody gets a piece with like a big chunk of garlic. One more chop here, and we're good. Put that right in there. Next, some rosemary. And I like the rosemary because it gives it kind of a nice, light, piney flavor, and it's hearty, so it kind of makes the potato pancake even heartier. And you want to just chop up the rosemary so that it kind of bruises it up and it releases more of its aroma and flavor into the potato pancakes. Okay, so now that we've added that, let's give it a quick stir again. And just mix it all together. There we go. All right, so now that this is mixed, we have one more thing to add, some Parmesan cheese. But first, I want to start heating up my skillet because I want it to be nice and hot when I add the potatoes in there. So get it on high heat and add a little bit of oil right into the pan. So now, While that's heating up, let's go to the fridge and grab Parmesan cheese. And I've got some pre-grated Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano to be exact. A 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese goes inside the potato mixture, and then we're gonna add more on top. That way we get cheese inside melting throughout the potatoes, right? And then we'll get a cheesy crust on top when we put it in the oven. Oh, it smells good. Garlic and cheese. Let's add the potatoes. And what you want to do is just push down the potatoes and get a nice even layer. There we go. And hear that sizzling? That's what you want. And for a finishing touch, a little bit more cheese, like I promised, right on top. There we go, just like that. And a little bit of olive oil to keep it nice and moist. All over the cheese, yeah. All right, we'll let this cook for 8 minutes, and then we'll pop it in the oven at 450 for about 20 to 25 minutes until it's all cooked through and golden brown and absolutely delicious. And then my cheese stuffed dates with prosciutto. Sweet, salty, and cheesy in one perfect little package.